Hey everybody, what's going on? And welcome back, CRONOS family, my VVS, Tectonic, MMF, Ferro Protocol, and many more. If you take a look at DeFi Llama, almost 70. That is amazing. Well, we're bullish. Are you? Now, in this video, I have a message for all of you, and that is prices are going up for CRO, for Ethereum, for Bitcoin. But have you taken a look at the TVL and CRONOS ecosystem and DeFi Llama? What is happening there? Well, in this video, I have a set of insights and updates that if you're a CRONOS holder, you don't want to miss, because yes, we know we're going to have to wait a little bit of time to see some profit if you bought like me at the beginning of 2022. But still, I think these are great projects, dApps that deserve our attention. So don't go anywhere. Go ahead and smash the like button. Consider subscribing to the channel, everybody, and turn on those notification bells. So let's go ahead and get started right now. One of the things that I find pretty interesting with CRONOS, and pretty much with DeFi, right? This week that we're ending right now, what are we seeing in the markets? Well, we're seeing in the markets that we're seeing a comeback, right? From the $17,000 Bitcoin now to the $24,000 Bitcoin. I mean, we can go and take a look at right now. It's 23 at the time of this video. CRONOS reached 14 cents. That's pretty good. But what's happening to the TVL? This is the TVL for CRONOS, as you can tell, less than $1.5 billion. Now, anyone can see that this is a sideways consolidation ever since roughly June. So just all July for CRONOS has been consolidation, not adding more TVL. So what can I conclude from here? That July has been a time for CRONOS to go up and down from the 12 to 14 cents. And it's crazy because that is not a big jump, but if you're trading, and as we're seeing on the 4-hour or 1 hour, well, that's a big one, right? I mean, you see all the buys and sells. But for CRONOS, what I can take from here is that there's no new money coming to the space, even though prices outside in the market for Bitcoin and CRONOS are rising, not by a pump to the moon range, which, I mean, that will be 50%, 40%, 30%, but by something, adequate, like 10 to 15%, which is good. So the idea here, I don't see new money coming into DeFi, but the money that we had, it's changing hands. I can deduct from here. This can be an option, right? This can be one of the factors that could be happening. People from MMF transition to Ferro, right? Because I see right now 700 million for VVS, 466 for Tectonic, 120 for Ferro, and right now MMF is looking at 89, which is pretty low, right? If we include MMO, we're probably looking at more than 100 as well. So I think it's pretty interesting to see how the prices in this case for the coins and the market, they're coming up, and right now they may be retracing back a little bit according to the charts, but the TBL is still sideways trading. That is interesting. Now, it's not at all bad news, because it's okay. At the end of the day, new money will come in. And what is one of those factors that really affect the transition for more users? APY. And that is the other insight that you must know. First one, that the TVL is not increasing that much. We're not seeing a huge influx from new users, just people that are coming to the space. The second one is the APY. Well, why is that? Because VVS Finance, Tectonic, Ferro is going down because it's the newest one, right? And MMF, they all down in APY compared to what it was before the major dumps we had in June and July 2022. You see? So we had major TVLs 2 to 3 months ago. Now it's down. And even though we're coming up slightly, we're not seeing that too much reflected on the TVL. And that is why, because of all that APY, I mean, go ahead. I'm looking at Tectonic. It's at around 15%. Looking at VVS Finance on the XVVS, is looking at around 15%. If you put it in the vault, that's roughly 100% for 4 years. Then you take a look at MMF. It's the highest of the three that I mentioned, and that's at around 100 to 400 something percent. Of course, way down from the tens of thousands it was MMF. The only one that is rising to the scale will be Ferro Protocol, because it's the newest one. One of the things about Ferro, and I'm coming to the prices here, It did have, as I mentioned before, its retracement. But one of the things about Pharaoh that could end up happening, just in case it mimics what BVS Finance and MMF did, to come back completely to a 100% retracement, which it hasn't done. That could be because it's just a really early one. It doesn't have a live, 2 months. So it barely was born at the beginning of June. So I will tell you to act with caution, right? Because we could be seeing a Pharaoh massive dump in the future. That could happen. Because if we start to see this as a cycle, well, it is the beginning of the dump for Pharaoh. That could be an option, right? I'm not saying it could happen. One of the things that is protecting Pharaoh, it's its same protocol system that it had, same to BVS Finance. And BVS Finance, I don't see it go any lower because it already is too low. Tectonic is going to be adding with a new roadmap, the same vault system. The only one here will be MMF that still does not have it. You take a look at that one. Tectonic, of course, I have a lot of Tectonic followers here who know what's going on. And well, we looked at this. We right about here, we call it that it might be coming up because of the difference in pump information. Not it was just a whale buy. It was because of MMF adding the new liquidity pool, adding Tectonic right there with CRO. That is pretty nice. Right now, we're seeing that it went up couple days ago, and now it's coming in a retracement. People are taking profits. Interesting, right? So there's your two things just to mention, and so you get it. Number one, even though the prices for CRO and Bitcoin, they're coming up, and mainly for CRO, we can get to 14, 15 cents. We're not still seeing that reflect to the TVL yet. It's still growing, just little by little. It went to 1.22 according to DeFi Llama to 1.50 in a span of 3 months. It's not much, but still something, right? Of course, comparing to other blockchains, we're still, combating in that 7th place. But also it's because of the APY that is too low. So I am curious to see how in the world those APYs will continue rising to bring more users. As we know, we had at the end of the year, what? With the World Cup. And that's going to bring a lot of people to the phones with the crypto.com exchange app. Then some of them will want to come and jump to DeFi to get what exactly you and I are getting. So that is interesting for me. I wanted to share that with you. Coming back here to the news, we also have the accelerator program. We have the first cohort, which we talked about it before, how $100 million is going to be helping most of different protocols and projects to come to CRONOS and deploy their technology. We have, different NFT games as well, the metaverse hackathon that we talked about as well. So I'm pretty bullish. It's nice. It's good news. But it's taking us a while. It's gonna be just taking a while. That's the reality of all of this. The metaverse is coming for this. CRONOS plays as well a huge department. And on a side note, I've been talking to some other, on the side protocols as I look for some jobs in the crypto space. And they are very happy to be working and integrating with CRONOS because they do have some connections, as these companies are in the security, blockchain security, and just type of insight industry, and they work with CRONOS as well. So I'm excited. I wanted to share this with you, for you, everybody. Not bad news, but just interesting. We'll see how this coming week appears to happen. If we take a look at the price of CRO, last one coming here, the price of CRO in the price channel and the other side, it will make sense to come down in a retracement. That's what it will make sense. If it doesn't, well, man, be ready because we're going to the moon. How about you? Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Go ahead and smash your like button. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time, guys. Peace.